Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to my channel, Joe's Book and Movie Corner. Today I have a tag video for you. This is the book tag, the sequel tag, created by KDBooks, and I was tagged by Randy Ray, the literate Texan. Let's go ahead and get started. So number one, do you feel obliged to read? In general, I would say no. I don't feel obliged to read, but maybe a little bit. I mean, right now I'm reading The Fellowship of the Ring for Randy Ray's book club, the Lone Star Book Club. So, I mean, I guess I feel obliged to read it because I'm participating in an event, but it's something that I really want to do, so it doesn't feel like I'm obliged. I sometimes, when I'm doing a book event, I kind of, or like a booktube event, like, for example, June on the Range, maybe I read a Western, or I start reading a Western for June on the Range, and then halfway through I'm like, I'm not really feeling this, but I do feel obliged to at least finish it. So I don't feel obliged to read in general. It's just something, again, I enjoy doing, so no. But if I start a book, especially if it's for an event, but just starting a book in general, I mean, I don't like to DNF books, so at that point, maybe I do feel obliged to read that book. So yeah, in total, I would say in general, when I feel like I might want to DNF, I try to persevere through because I feel obliged to finish a book. Number two, numbers aren't everything. Do you agree or disagree? Overall, I agree, ultimately. It doesn't matter. I mean, what numbers are we talking about here? Are you talking about maybe reading speed? I just made a video on reading more books and also reading speed. Does your reading speed matter? Does your page per hour matter? Does the number of books a year or a month or a week matter? No, not really. In the grand scheme of things, no. But there could be, cases or for certain people where it does matter. For me, the number of books I read does matter. I'm competing with myself to just read more books in general. I'm going to bring up, again, this tied into a video I made recently. I'll bring up a question that was brought up. Was it quality or quantity? Now, overall, quality. Quality is what's important. But my thinking when I tie it into, let's say, a number, how many books a year, and also tied into that how many pages an hour, if you're trying to read more books in general, reading speed helps, or faster reading speed helps. That quantity does matter because I'm trying to find quality. So I want a lot of quantity coming in to find my quality, and I don't just want to, if I'm looking at science fiction books, well, what's the best science fiction book? Well, give me the 5 best, and I'll just read those. Like, no, I want to find out for myself what's the best, so I need to read a lot. So quantity for me is very important. Also, quantity is important as a number because I like buying books, so I have a lot of books. I should read these books. so quantity, books in a year does matter to me. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, for the general reader, overall, no, it ultimately does not matter. Numbers aren't everything. So I agree. Number 3, do you feel pigeonholed? Do you feel like you need to make content about certain things? So if we're focusing on, I'm going to say, do you feel pigeonholed as it relates to, the second part of the question, do you feel like you need to make content about certain things? No. And this might derail me. I might not be answering the question here, but that word content. I did a live stream with Mark at Book Time with Elvis and Randy Ray, the literate Texan. And one thing I talked about, and I've been thinking about it for a while, if you're on YouTube, if you're making YouTube videos, many people, YouTube calls it content. Many people like to use that word content, but I don't like that word. I did for a while work in the film industry, and whenever I hear people talk about like a major film franchise or a TV show and they refer to films and cinema as content, oh no, that's not right. We're not making, I didn't actually work on films, but if I were working on a film, I'm not making a content stream, because content stream, and I'm applying that word stream after the word content. It's a content stream. It implies that it's disposable. It's here and now it's gone and we're moving on to the next thing. And if your content stream dries up, goodbye, you're forgotten about. So on YouTube and on BookTube, this is applicable, but you could make content, BookTube or YouTube in general, or you can make videos. And if you make videos, that implies it's more permanent. Now, what do I like to do? I actually like to sit somewhere in between them. I have done like weekly reading reports, monthly reading reports, and that would be a content stream. I mean, 2 years from now, a year from now, is anyone going to care about what I read on some week in November of 2025? No, probably not. So you could make BookTube review videos. This is another hot topic. BookTube review videos, they get a small number of views, but they're more permanent. They fall under the idea of making videos because 3, 5, 10 years from now, I could make a video on, let's say, D.G. Compton's The Quality of Mercy, which I've done. You should check it out. It's a science fiction book. It doesn't have many views, but 10 years from now, someone's going to search for that, and my video might pop up. So, content versus video. So I'm derailing myself from the question here. So overall, but do I feel pigeonholed? Do I feel forced to make a certain type of content? No, I don't. I'm going to do what I want. I'm starting to see on my BookTube channel what the audience really likes to see, and what gets pushed out to viewers and what viewers respond with. So, I mean, I'm aware of that, but I'm also gonna make what I want to make, like book reviews, knowing that it might not get a lot of views, and that's totally fine with me because it's what I want to do. All right, number 4. Are you reading for the algorithm? No. I would say overall no. However, I am not opposed to reading a classic and maybe being aware of, oh, you know what? The algorithm, the audience is what we're really talking about here. A large number of people are going to really like this. I mean, if you're talking about some classic or some popular book, I'll be aware of, all right, this might get more views. And it could, in that case, I'm talking about maybe making a book review of a very popular video, but this could apply also to, okay, I know this type of video, like a TBR, a book haul, on my movie. I recently did a movie ranking video on James Bond films. That did pretty well. So I'm aware of what does well, but I'm not going to be, in the grand scheme of things, no, I'm not reading for the algorithm. Number 5, what's the worst part of content creation for books? Again, I don't like that word, but if you use that word, that's fine. Keep using that word. Don't listen to me. But what's the worst part of content creation for books? Maybe it does go back to that first one. Do you feel obliged? And this is why I don't advertise. Why, like if I'm going to participate, for example, in June on the Range, I realize I probably shouldn't make a video announcing I'm going to do it. And I'm not asking to be a co-host, because what if I run out of steam and I actually don't want to do it? I don't want to feel obliged. So maybe getting yourself, maybe I could see myself becoming, going back to that number 1 question, feeling obliged to read things that I actually don't want to read. What are some other things? The worst part of content creation? I don't know. I mean, sometimes it'd be nice. I am enjoying like the figuring out my editing process and my workflow. Sometimes I wish I could just press a button and my whole, workflow editing process is just done immediately. So there's a time-consuming aspect. I don't spend a lot of time doing this, but I wish it could be a little bit faster. But that's it. It's just 5 questions, very short. So yeah, this is the book tag, the sequel tag. Thank you, Randy, for tagging me. I will go ahead and just put some more people down in the description, and consider yourself tagged. And if you're watching this and you like this tag, either make a video, or if you don't want to make a video, go down in the comments and just write your answers in the comments. But that's all for now. Thank you.